is that I had a vision for the post-Cold War world, a political vision that aided our security. And I talked about it quite a lot.
But is that an argument for vision is more important than experience? That somehow personal intellect, your experience...
We have a connection. We do? We did it? Herb, we don't know if the connection's gonna last.
If you get this, we need your help. We're the last ones, the rest are dead.
Here, we have 30 seconds, maybe less.
You're the only one who knows about us. The only one who can help. Please, find us. You're all we've got. We need you.
10 seconds.
Wait, you do. Don't go, please. We're dead if you do. All of us. Please, don't leave us here. Not like this.
How to do something about climate change. That's the right vision. Then the question is, what are your policies? So who's got the best healthcare policy, the best energy policy, and all that? And then the third, and I think by far the most important question in this day and age for the next American president is, who is the best agent of change? Not the best symbol, but the best agent. Who has proven the ability to make positive change? And let me explain why. For years before I got into this AIDS work in 2003, a lot of people were willing to spend money on it, and they had the best of intentions, but they couldn't really turn their intentions into treating a lot of people. Now, you know, we treat 800,000 people all over the world in 71 countries. At least we sell the medicine to treat them for a fraction of what was being spent by the other major programs. We just had this meeting. Al Gore, thank goodness, just got the Nobel Peace Prize. He gave a wonderful speech, I thought. I stayed up late till night and watched it. But before he gave this speech, he and John Kerry went all the way to Bali in Indonesia to this meeting that was held to talk about, now what are we going to do about climate change? We got to have a successor to this Kyoto Treaty. Now, the whole conversation was still about how sad it was that America got out of the treaty after we left office. I agree it was sad. But you know what else was sad? 170 countries signed that treaty, and only six of 170 reduced their greenhouse gases to the 1990 levels. And only 6 will do so by 2012 at the deadline.
So
what does that mean? Were these people dishonest when they signed it? No. Were they lazy and incompetent? By and large, no. But they couldn't turn good intentions into positive change in people's lives. So I think my view, and maybe it's just because I've always been a scorekeeper, and maybe it's because of the work I do now, but I think vision's important, and I think programs are important. But I think symbol is not as important as substance now. We got to get this show on the road. Are you suggesting by that Senator Obama is more symbol than substance as an agent of change? Well, that's not, he can't help that. But is that the reality? No, I mean, that he's more symbol. Well, no, than other people. What I'm suggesting is that if I were not president, if I had never been married to Hillary, but I had known her all these 36 years, and she asked me to be doing this for her campaigning, I would do it in a heartbeat, because I don't think it's close. Of all the choices, and I like all these people. I don't think, you know, I think the others are entitled to a serious look. I think, look, John Edwards made a serious study of poverty the last 4 years. You know, he started running for president 2 years after he was in the Senate full time. But when he left the Senate, he made a serious study of poverty. The others, Biden, Dodd, Richardson, have done great things. I think that counts for something. You know, I'm old-fashioned. I think a president ought to have done something for other people and for his country when you pick a president. But Obama is a person of enormous talent. You know, staggering political skills. Ready to be president? Well, the voters have to make up their mind. But what I'm saying is... Well, you've sat in the office. But what I'm saying is, in my experience, what I know about the job and what I know about the world, and I've been to 90 countries since I've been out of office, I want a president next time who has a good vision and has great programs, but understands that even vision and programs don't necessarily change people's lives. And Hillary, ever since I knew her, has been the best I ever saw at seeing a problem and figuring out what to do about it. And that's so I have nothing bad to say about him or any of the others. But if you but you measure it, and you just said you know how to keep score. And the question is, but it depends on what you think. Yeah, but it depends on what you think the election about. If you listen to the people who are most strongly for him, they say basically we have to throw away all these experienced people because they've been through the wars of the 90s, and You know, they made enough decisions and enough calls that they made a few mistakes. And what we want is somebody who started running for president a year after he became a senator because he's fresh, he's new, he's never made a mistake, and he has massive political skills, and we're willing to risk it. And I, even when I was a governor and young and thought I was the best politician in the Democratic Party, I didn't run the first time I could have.
And that would have been 88.
88. And I had lots of Democratic governors encouraging me to. I knew in my bones I shouldn't run, that I was a good enough politician to win, but I didn't think I was ready to be president.
But I mean, look at this. I mean, is
Joe
Biden ready to be president?
Absolutely.
Is Chris Dodd ready to be president?
I think he's.
Is Bill Richardson ready to be president?
I think all of them have. Or let me just explain it this way. I think all of them know enough and have made enough decisions, including a few mistakes, which I think is good. I want somebody to be president who's made a few mistakes. I don't want somebody who's never made a mistake and never had to correct one.
You believe you learn more from failure than you do victory?
No, but I think you learn something from both, if you got any sense. But the point I'm trying to make is not to criticize. I have nothing bad to say about any of these people. I think Obama, I get tickled watching him. He's got great skills. It depends on what the American people and the Democrats in the first instance believe is more important. Is it more important to have somebody who is basically by his very nature a compelling, incredibly attractive, highly intelligent symbol of transformation, or is it more important to have somebody who also would symbolize change by being the first woman president, but has actually done incredible numbers of different things to change other people's lives? And she's mostly been an other-directed person. She's only never ran for office before 2000. I think that matters.
You want to say to the voters, if they are prepared to choose someone with less experience, but perhaps other qualities, and as you've said, gifted in politics, gifted in intellect, then they're rolling the dice, is what you're saying.
Well,
they are rolling the dice about America if they don't
predictable.
Choose the person who's had the kind of experience you're talking about.
It's less predictable, isn't it? I mean, when's the last time we elected a president based on 1 year of service in the Senate before he started running? And he will have been a senator longer by the time he's inaugurated, but essentially once you start running for president full time, you don't have time to do much else.